Okay, listen, I know that it is September and it is 90 degrees outside, but I think we can all collectively agree that it is fall now, regardless. I know I have been consuming a lot of fall content already, and I just got very excited to make some of my own. Fall is definitely my favorite season of the year, and I think most of us agree that it is also just the coziest time of the year. The whole aesthetic of fall is my jam. I also love that it is the perfect time to delve into more spooky and mysterious themes, which you guys might already know. It's something that I really, really love. So on that note, I wanted to share with you today a list of games that are perfect for getting cozy this fall, or that are perfect to get you in the fall mood if you aren't already. All these games share incredibly cozy ambiance. Some of them are stories of mysterious magic or even some spooky things to discover. I will not be including horror games in this list though. I will be making a list on horror games probably in October when we're closer to Halloween, so stay tuned for that if that's something that you're into. I also did recently make a video on darker cozy games. I'm also gonna link that somewhere. But without further ado, here is my list of 10 cozy games that are perfect to get you in the fall mood. First is a game that I have mentioned in my channel over and over, so I'm just gonna get it out of the way, and that game is Night in the Woods. I finished this game earlier this year and I really, really loved it. This is an adventure story-based game where you play as Mae Borowski, a college dropout who returns home seeking to resume her former life and reconnect with the friends she left behind. As you return to Possum Springs, you realize things aren't quite the same as you left them. Home seems different now and your friends have grown and changed. You get to learn about everyone's lives as you reconnect with them, and also get to uncover your own story. Leaves are falling and the wind is growing colder. Strange things are happening as the light fades and there's something in the woods. This game is all around perfect for fall. The color scheme and ambience is so autumnal. There's even a fall parade in this game if I remember correctly. I love that this game balances a bit of mystery while also being super wholesome and cozy. Also, this game really rewards exploration. You can interact with pretty much everyone in the town, and as you do, you get to discover more side stories and even get to hidden parts of the game. This is also a decision-based game, so depending on the choices you make in the game, you get different endings and different scenes, which I think is really cool, and also guarantees that you can play it more than once, so you can discover all of these different stories. This game also touches on subjects of growing up and mental health in ways that I think are very real, but also very delicate and beautiful. Super relatable. I definitely cried playing this game. I also have a full playthrough of this game in my channel if you would like to see it. But yes, great game to get you in the fall mood. Next, I want to talk about a game that I wish had more hype when it came out, because I feel like it's truly peak cozy times in my books, and that is Lake. I played this game in September last year and it got me right in the fall feels and just in my feelings in general. This game is pretty much a cozy fall Hallmark movie turned into a video game. You begin this game and it is September 1st, 1986. You take on the role of 40-something Meredith Wise, who returns from the big city to her quiet hometown. You get the Hallmark feels already. You exchange your busy career at a software company to fill in for your dad, who is the local mail carrier. You get to spend a 2-week stay in beautiful Providence Oaks, Oregon, where you reconnect with a few familiar faces as well as get to know plenty of new folk. As Meredith, you get to decide who to talk to, who to befriend, and perhaps even start a romantic relationship. At the end of the game, you have to decide, will you return to your demanding job in the city or stay and live a slow-paced life in a small town? I absolutely love this game. It is slow-paced, calm, and beautiful. You get plenty of time to enjoy the beautiful Oregon ambience, and it has a bomb-ass soundtrack as well, which I didn't expect. I still listen to that soundtrack to this day. I felt like this game really captured the small town life vibes really well, and it did promptly send me into a life crisis after playing, wondering about all of the choices that I've ever made, and what kind of job I wanted to have, and what kind of life I wanted to build, and if I wanted to have a fast-paced life. Anyway, it's also a perfect time to play this game because they are teasing to release a prequel in December this year, which I'm really excited about, and it looks really, really cozy as well. Following on my list is a game that looks so gorgeous, and that game is called The Cosmic Wheel Sisterhood. If you're anything like me, witchy things are your vibe, especially around this time of the year. I have not played this game yet, but the second I saw it, I knew it would be perfect to get me in the fall mood and perfect for this list. The Cosmic Wheel Sisterhood Sisterhood is a thought-provoking narrative experience. You play as Fortuna, a witch living exiled on an asteroid who forms a pact with a forbidden creature in the hopes to regain her freedom. You get to reconnect with your witch friends after 200 years, meet new witches, and use the cards you created to pierce through their pasts and futures. As you delve into this universe, you will see yourself immerse in the complex web of interests that surround your coven, leading to a political plot that will define the fate of the cosmic witch society. There is tarot-like card creation, divination, and the game also explores themes of identity, community, and personal responsibility in the grand scheme of things. The aesthetic of this game is what truly brought me in. I cannot wait to play it. It looks so fun. Following is a game that came out this year and that I also wish had more hype, and that game is Season: A Letter to the Future. God, this game is so beautiful. In this game, you play as a young woman who leaves her secluded village for the first time to explore the world by bike. There is a cataclysmic event threatening to wash everything away, so it is your job to document the world as you know it for whoever might find it next. Collecting memories, documents, photographs, and record life as you find it while you still can. The gameplay focuses on exploring. Your tools peel back these layers until you grasp the culture, history, and ecology underneath everything. This quest leads to big questions. What is this season? Why is it ending? And what will the next season bring? I was so impressed by how emotive and beautiful this game was. I wanted to include this game on this list because I found this game to be incredibly cozy and relaxing while also being super compelling. The whole time you feel like you're part of something bigger than yourself while not knowing exactly what that might be. And that's what drives you to keep exploring more and more. There is mysterious magic. You get to scrapbook in this game, which is my absolute jam. The colors are also so autumnal, and the soundtrack is also so immersive and gorgeous. Another one that I still listen to this day. The only complaint I have about this game is that I wish it was longer because I just wasn't ready to leave this beautiful world yet. Moving on to the next game on my list, The Wild at Heart. This is the game that I am currently playing, and it is so good and getting me so ready for fall. This game is as if Over the Garden Wall, Stranger Things, and Pikmin had a beautiful baby. So if you like those things, you'll definitely like this game. In this game, you play as two kids who run away from home. As you venture into the woods in their backyard, you join them as they unravel the mysteries of a lost realm in a nostalgic storybook fantasy. You get to collect and wield an ever-growing herd of quirky creatures who help you rebuild broken paths, battle beasts, and solve peculiar puzzles as you travel through this rich world full of centuries of lore and mysterious secrets. This game aesthetic is right up my alley. It feels like the perfect balance between autumnal woodsy vibes and 80s fashion, which is so beautiful and cozy and nostalgic to me. This game is whimsical, has such amazing music, and really quirky and funny dialogue, which I always appreciate in a video game. I am enthralled and I really recommend it. Next is a game called Witchy Live Story: Save the Harvest Festival. This is another one that I have not tried yet, but when I saw the trailer, I immediately fell in love with the whimsy, witchy aesthetic. In this game, you're the youngest member of an illustrious magical family, and your grandmother has given you one last chance to prove yourself, or no more witch training for you. You have 2 weeks to save the Harvest Festival. You get to tend to your garden and collect plants for spells and rituals to help the villagers, fill orders from your neighbors, craft spells, perform tarot readings, lead guided meditations, and more. You also get to customize your troublesome witch however you see fit and get to know the charming residents of Flora, including 3 romanceable characters. And yes, there are queer options in this game, which we love to see. Cozy story filled with chaos, friendship, and romance. This game looks adorable. To be a cute, chaotic, queer witch, sign me up. Next, we have another game that came out this year, and that is MailTime. This is an adorable little game that I just feel like it's perfect for this time of the year. It's a cozy, cottagecore, light platformer adventure where you play as a newly trained mail scout set out to deliver mail across Grumblewood Grove. Something about delivering mail, man. You know? Just like, I feel like it might be the repetitive action and like walking around and exploring and getting to know people. I don't know, it's just so cozy. This game was a joy to get through. There is so much exploration and adorable characters, really unique and pretty environments, and so much queerness also. It was made by a small team of indie developers, which is also something that just makes me really excited to support. And it's all around perfect to get in the whimsy, relaxing mindset of fall. There are mushroom hats and pretty trees and pastel colors. It's so fun. Following is one that I think will be perfect for the Studio Ghibli lovers. If Studio Ghibli was Australian, hear me out. The game is called Wayward, Strand, Investigate a Hospital in the Sky. I chose this game for this list because I feel like there's something so cozy and fall-coded to the idea of exploring a mysterious, magical place as a child. This is a very unique narrative-based game where you play as Casey, a smart kid who generally prefers the company of books over people. Your mom asks you to spend a long weekend helping out at the airborne hospital where she works. You agree, secretly planning to write an article about your visit for the school newspaper. With your trusty notebook at the ready, you arrive at this gorgeous airborne hospital ready to investigate. You get to spend time with the patients, learning about their lives, and as stories unfold, discovering what you can do to help. The interesting part about this game for me are the time mechanics. Essentially, the world of this game is alive and it runs in an in-game clock. So the characters live and move and interact with each other regardless of if you interact with them. So they just continue their lives without waiting for you to do anything in the game in particular. So it's really up to you and your ability and your curiosity to learn more about these characters and everything that's going on around you, which I think is really cool and also makes it so that you can play this game many times and always discover something new. And all of this is told through a beautiful stylized design that I think will really blow anyone away. I will say though, this game does deal with some heavy subjects on illness and trauma, so if you do choose to pick this game up, I recommend you check the trigger warnings first, just in case. Next on my list is Firewatch. I chose this game for this list because of its expansive woodsy environment and underlying mystery. Something about being in the woods just screamed fall for me, even though this game is set in the summer. In this game, you play as a man named Henry, who has retreated from his messy life to work as a fire lookout in the Wyoming wilderness. Perched high atop a mountain, it's your job to look for smoke and keep the wilderness safe. Your supervisor, Delilah, is available to you at all times over a small handheld radio. She's your only contact with the world you've left behind. But when something strange draws you out of your lookout tower and into the forest, you'll explore a wild and unknown environment, facing questions and making choices that can build or destroy the only meaningful relationship you have. I think an outdoorsy game with an edge of your seat mystery is just the perfect mix of things to get you in the fall spooky mood. Last but not least on this list, I couldn't go without mentioning the highly anticipated game that Fae Farm is finally out. I tried it recently and have been really enjoying it. It's a great game to play this fall, especially if you're looking forward to play with friends. I generally think the multiplayer part is the best feature of this game. There has been so much hype around this game that some people have been even comparing it to the 2020 Animal Crossing craze. This is a cozy farming sim where you play as a fae. You create your own cozy home in the enchanted world of Azoria. As you nurture and grow your homestead, you get to meet charming characters, foster deep relationships, and discover ways to infuse magic into everything that you do. I think the addition of magic in this farming sim makes it perfect for this time of the year. And I just cannot go without mentioning and paying respect to the holy trinity of cozy games, Animal Crossing, Sims, and Stardew Valley. Honestly, perfect for any season, but I think they really thrive in the fall. And those are all the games that I wanted to share with you today. Let me know in the comments if you have any games that are making you especially excited for fall. If you like this video, remember to like it and subscribe. And most importantly, remember to take care of yourself, have some rest, have some water, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.